Feeling a lot better. Chilling.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Welcome to Open Gym, guys. Welcome to Open Gym. Welcome to Open Gym. We are meant to talk about the Celtics. So the title is the title the Celtics to lose. I feel like I know what Domo's opinion is, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Domo, is the title the Boston Celtics to lose?
I mean, such an easy path to the finals, man. It reminds me of like a LeBron path in the 2010s, some would say. Like, I would still say no, man. I think it's the Nuggets. It's the Nuggets title to lose, in my opinion.
So even though wait, do you have the Knicks winning next round?
Do I have them win the conference finals or this round?
Well, I'm assuming you got them beating the Pacers. So do you have the Knicks beating? Well, if you don't, but do you have the Celtics
making the finals? No, I don't have the Celtics making the finals. So
okay, there we go. That makes sense. Okay, I have the Celtics walking to the finals, just strolling comfortably, no real adversity. Then they're gonna get to the finals and stroll and walk to an NBA championship. That's what's gonna happen. Shout out to the Celtics.
I think they're gonna stroll and walk to the conference finals, and Josh Hart isn't gonna allow Jason Tatum to just sit there and not box out for rebounds, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is going on with this? What's going on? Why does Tatum look like this? Because he has to fucking work. That's why he looks like this. They're gonna get outworked, and we're gonna be sitting there like, damn, like, why is Al Horford the best player on the court right now? Why is Derek White the best Celtic? Because they're getting outworked, and Brunson's gonna continue to drop 40 bombs. DiVincenzo's gonna continue to drop 25 randomly in spurts, and we're gonna be looking at the Knicks in the finals for the first time since the fucking turn of the millennia. Like,
yeah. If that does happen, what's the next step for the Celtics? Is it just go again with this team, hope Porzingis is healthy? Or is it, yeah, we're cooked, we're packing up? Lowe's in the chat saying Jokic better. Oh my god.
Come on, man. You started a movement. Nah, listen.
I got motion.
The smart thing to do would be, hey, we didn't have Porzingis, let's run it back. The Damo thing to do is to be the thing that I said do last year when they lost. Trade Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. That's my answer, man. You already know what I'm gonna say, man. What's the answer? Trade a nigga. I said this for the Pelicans. Everybody said I was crazy. Now look, Brandon Ingram getting traded. Like that's happening. I called it. I say, hey, blow it up. If you ain't blowing it up, you gotta trade somebody because this shit is not working. And they're trading Ingram. They know what time it is. The Celtics have done this dance long enough. One of them niggas gotta go.
Okay. Let's bring some people up. Let's see everyone's opinions on Boston. Let's bring some people up. There we go. Hello, guys. Yeah, everyone just came up. How you guys doing? Thoughts on Boston? We need thoughts on Boston. Are they the best team in the NBA? Are they the best team in the East? What are they going to do?
It's hard to tell with how. I mean, with what competition, they're not going to be tested until the finals, really.
And when they do get to the playoff, are they going to win?
They're going to lose. I mean, I think they're going to lose in the finals because
we're not going to lose. That's where you're wrong at.
Oh, we got a Boston fan.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. I'll let him talk. Let him rock. Go ahead.
See, I don't like how people going around keep saying that the Nuggets are fucking are unbeatable. They're very much beatable. They took a huge. They're not what they was last year. They took a huge step. The Timberwolves, they overachievers. A lot of people didn't expect the Timberwolves to be this good, but I feel like the Timberwolves was the only team that had a shot at knocking the Nuggets out, but they fumbled the bag. We're different than we were last year. You know what I'm saying? We're not winning without KP. You know what I'm saying?
I think Lowe's gain is hella high. I think that's what it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it might be.
And on top of that, our offense is 5 times better than the Timberwolves.
You don't think that the Knicks will be a challenge for y'all? You think y'all gonna walk the Knicks?
No. I originally had us go to the conference finals against the Knicks way before the playoffs. I said the Knicks are. I like them. They got a lot of dog. They play hard. They got a lot of fiery players. They never quit, even when they down a lot. They'll find a way to come back. Yeah, I like the Knicks. You feel me?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Without OG, and especially with, I just don't see the Knicks giving the Celtics that.
That's a goddamn lie right there. I was trying not to go in on it about the Knicks, but y'all don't see what I see when it comes to offense. Have y'all not seen, even with or without OG, we have scored over 122 in this series. We have done it 3 times. Also, on top of that, yeah, we scored 121 the first time. Last game, I'm trying to make a point about how our offense is still present, regardless of what you're saying about defense, because we still have to make our shots. And even further down on that point, the Knicks has been the worst in downhill transition. Last game, we shot 65 mid-range and downhill shots to our 35 three-pointers. That is another reason why we are an anomaly that most people don't understand. Our worst transition is downhill, but yet still off of that, we're able to create with our three-point shot. That's why a lot of teams are like, oh, the Knicks have no offense. We do. We can compete with Boston. The only thing is when it comes to perimeter defense, we lack that. So if Boston's hitting their three-point shots, we have no chance of slowing y'all down because, 1, we don't have a backup center, and 2, we don't have the actual speed to keep up with you guys in transition. Because, 1, we go small with our 4 guards, where you go McBride, Brunson, Dante, Josh Hart, and you have Hartenstein at the 5. We can't keep up with White. We can't keep up with Brown. We can't keep up with Tatum. But if we were to mix it up and have Precious in there.
If y'all keep it up with the Pacers, I don't know why y'all wouldn't keep up with the Celtics.
It's because of when you look at the difference of physicality and when you also look at how the speed is, we would be a lot faster. But when it comes to guarding Tatum, okay, let me give you a scenario. Tatum would be guarded by Hart, right? Or would it be Brown? Who would be on Hart? Who would Hart have? Either one, they're gonna have one of those guys.
I'll put Tatum on. I'll put Hart on Tatum. I will let DiVincenzo essentially guard Jaylen Brown the same way he's doing.
Aren't they both size?
Force that nigga left, and I think he'll be fine.
It's not that easy because what's gonna end up happening is now White is gonna take advantage of McBride, and then they're gonna alternate because the way that they play, the way that Boston plays, yes, they do play off of Tatum and Brown, but for the most part, they off of a feed and react offense to where at any time Holiday can hit you with a 3. Anytime there, Al Horford can step up and hit you. So when their offense is stagnant with those 2 guys, they can create with everyone else, and they don't need approval. That's all I was trying to say. It's going to be hard for the Knicks to win the series. I'm going to say 7 games because I believe it's going to be a dogfight. But for me, I think Boston isn't going to have a cakewalk to the finals. I think that their only real challenge would be the Knicks if we make it to that finals. Because outside of that, they don't have any other chance. If they play the Timberwolves, they're going to get out physical. I think they're going to lose. If they play against the Nuggets, I think they're going to lose. Their best chances against OKC.
No,
Boston,
that's
Boston, see, everyone predicting Boston to lose. I just want everyone to keep this energy.
Hey, Mark,
win. If Boston win, I don't want to hear no, they were meant to win.
No, I
don't want to hear one person say they were supposed to do this because no one's picking them. I just want to
picking them to do what?
They're not win a championship.
But Mark, you gotta understand too, though. But you got to understand, too, though, we've seen this before when you had Golden State with their perfect record, have the best season, go through the playoffs, and then they lose a championship. So most people have doubts because of that. I'm not saying Boston isn't worthy of a championship run. I'm saying their best chance of winning it would be against OKC. That's all I'm saying.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think most people believe that, though.
No.
You don't think so?
Respect us. What the hell?
That's why I said me. That's why I say me. I
don't think if Denver comes out or even Minnesota, I'm not choosing Boston equivocally, but
that's fine. So if they do win, just make sure you give them the credit because you.
I will win it. Yeah,
absolutely,
of course.
That's all it is.
It depends on who's in the West, not the East. So I'm gonna give them credit.
If they beat the Nuggets, that's very impressive, honestly. But I mean, if OKC or the Mavs make it to the finals and they beat them, it's
here we go.
No, because that means OKC would have beat the Nuggets, which would have also been very impressive, and would have shown me that OKC.
Yeah, but
Amir, because what I'm saying is even right now, right? I don't think most people would have if OKC and the Nuggets were to match up. I don't think most people would have OKC winning. So if OKC were to win, it's probably because either one, something bad happened to the Nuggets, like someone got injured, or two, they played to a level that we didn't expect. Meaning, that
who is this team you're speaking of?
It's just an upset.
Yeah, y'all gotta stop generalizing and saying.
All right,
French, my nigga. Why are you speaking French?
All right,
stop with this we shit.
Well, Cameroon is a French and English speaking nation, but that's besides the point.
Give me OKC. I don't know what to tell you. Give me OKC.
In what?
I mean, they're
a good
team
against Boston.
In the West. What do you mean in what?
No, he said in the West. You think OKC would beat Denver?
That's what I'm saying.
OKC are beating whoever comes out on the other side of the bracket.
I don't think so.
OKC makes it.
If the Wolves get into the conference finals, OKC in 6. If the Nuggets get into the conference finals, OKC in 6.
If OKC beats Denver, they're better than I thought they were.
And then whoever the OKC see in the finals, Boston in 5. But
why do you think OKC just downright loses to Denver? Well,
because they lack size.
Exactly.
Chet 7-1. What's he talking about?
He's not gonna do anything with Jokic. Like it's gonna be a
Chet has a hard time with fucking Anthony Davis, my nigga. You think he's gonna be able 7-1?
Hard time with Anthony Davis.
Who doesn't?
He's a top 3 defender. What you expect?
I mean, have you seen?
But outside of
teams are going to lose because they can't match up with Jokic. Then Denver's winning the championship.
No. But when I said length, it's beyond just Jokic because even MPJ and Aaron Gordon is size that is beyond AD. I mean, on Jokic.
Jalen Williams has a 7'2" wingspan.
I mean, they haven't been shooting.
He's not the same size,
but he has a 7'2" wingspan.
Denver can't handle OKC offense.
Not what I saw last night.
Yeah,
not what I saw last night, man.
Bro, they've been leaving Shea out to dry.
We good.
That's just one night. You know,
2 nights. What you mean?
You sound like an R&B song from the 90s.
Mind you, throughout this entire series in Dallas, the team is shooting under 44% from the field, under 33% from behind the arc, and that's with Shea shooting 50, 47, 88.
That's because we're missing open threes.
It happens sometime.
That's fine. But it's the same way the Nuggets were missing open threes against the Lakers. I'm sorry for thinking the team that led the league in 3-point percentage in the regular season isn't going to shoot 34% on open threes.
They had a bunch of fake shooters, nigga.
The thing
we're not going to shoot 34% on open threes in the conference finals.
I think this is where the youth of the OKC is coming into a factor. Like they're getting good shots, but they're just the lights might actually be too bright for them at the moment. Like honestly, like they're getting.
What does that even mean?
Okay. So when Denver were missing wide open threes in the first round, were the lights too bright?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just think KCP had a bad.
There's good reason to think that they
would. My point is anything OKC does that isn't to their level in the regular season is going to be attributed to them being too young.
I don't think. I just think they don't match up well with them. I just think that's the problem.
I agree.
I'm talking about for this series because they're getting good shots. I'm saying for a team that's proven has championship pedigree, I think it's safe to assume that they're going to get it right or hit those open shots because they've been here before. OKC.
But wait, hold on. You said championship pedigree. First of all, we don't know what championship pedigree is until you are a champion. Because the same team that won it last year is not the same team that's going to win it this year. Especially if you look at the Nuggets. So if you're looking at OKC and what they're doing, the fact that in the regular season that they actually stepped up, and I think that they are the second best team, they are worthy of actually making it. So for me, what I'm saying is you got to understand that you can't just say, oh, the lights got too bright on them and they're too. No, they've competed all goddamn season and they are a championship team. But
to be fair, Dallas also is playing really great defense too.
Exactly. It's just a different offset. And on top of that, what you're forgetting is in the playoff series, when you're playing the same team for a 7-game series, so the defense is going to change. There's going to be more switches, more upgrades, and more players that you're not even used to hearing are actually playing. So for you to sit here and say OKC is just a cakewalk, man, you're disrespecting what they've done.
What did I say? It was a cakewalk.
For what it was, OKC won the regular season matchup again.
The lights are too big for them. They don't have the experience. You learn that as you play throughout the season, and you're not a championship caliber team until you're a champion.
How do you get playoff?
That's what I'm trying to say. Excuse me.
How do you get playoff experience in the regular season?
I didn't say that. I said you're playing well in the regular season, and as you go deeper in the playoffs, you learn how to become a better team. So unless you are a championship team, that's the only way you can be a championship caliber team. That's what I was saying. You're sitting
No,
here saying you don't know the same team that won it last year in the Nuggets is not the same team that's winning it this year. If it is the Nuggets, is what I'm trying to say. Every team that wins is different. It's not the same.
I'm aware, but even before they won the championship last year, the Nuggets still had more experience in the playoffs than this OKC team. So even though OKC is getting great shots, all I'm saying is it's not above it's not above reality that OKC would just fall off the cliff, even though they're getting the same looks that were getting in the regular season. Whereas Denver, who was struggling in the first round, it's safe to assume they would have come correct because they just won the championship last year, and even prior then had more playoff experience than OKC. That's all I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is it doesn't matter about playoff experience because at the end of the day, you don't know what team actually is going to go to the finals until they're there. For example, nobody expected, let's say the Knicks in 1995, nobody expected us to be in the finals. Period. Like I'm just saying, like
I think people did.
There weren't in final in 1995. It was Orlando.
I'm just saying.
He mean 94, but I think
94, 94, 95. Yeah,
people did expect y'all to go to the finals.
How old were the Knicks, though? How old were the Knicks?
But this is what I'm saying. There's things that there are unexpected things that you can't really control. For example, if you look at how the Golden State won it in 2015. Thank you. Like that whole thing. The second year, for me, the first year previous, I thought Stephen Curry was him. I was like, yo, this dude is nasty the previous year before they won a championship. And then when they won the championship, everybody's like, oh, now they're it. But they had to prove it along that road. And even when they were on that road, people were still saying they're not championship caliber.
What they do?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Till you prove it, you can't say that.
They lost in final in that year, though.
What did they do the year
said
before?
2014. Okay, go ahead.
What did they do in the year before? The Golden State team that won the chip in 2000.
First round exit.
First round exit. So I mean,
the Clippers, I believe.
That's the Clippers. Did they have any? Did their core have any playoff experience prior to that chip?
Yeah,
they played 3.
They didn't get out the they didn't get out the second round.
They played the Denver Nuggets, the Spurs, and the Clippers. That was their playoff experience.
Okay, I'm just saying it's more than what this OKC core has.
I mean, nobody's going to think about the world
right now. Just because something doesn't happen often, it doesn't mean it's impossible.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's impossible, but this. All right, whatever. We're belaboring.
Like, I think there's more reasons why OKC is losing to Dallas right now than they're not experienced. I don't think
that's For example, the defensive rotations that they've been doing, the fact that Luka actually has been stepping up in a certain way to where he's not just the ball handler, he's actually letting Kyrie take over at certain times. There's a lot of things that OKC has not seen throughout the regular season. So, like I said earlier, the playoffs is different. You have different schemes and everybody plays each other more. And it's much more intense because now instead of it being halftime or whenever you're making adjustments, you're making it every time out, every freaking replay that they're doing.
The only team I can think of that won a chip with no prior experience is the Portland Trailblazers. That's the only one I can think of.
When was that?
In
the 70s.
Warriors in 75 too, I would argue. 1975 Warriors.
Off the top of your head, like.
I've been thinking. I'm going back. Like, the only team I can think of.
Did you check the playoff?
When you say no prior experience, you mean no playoff experience at all, or?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what's the prior experience?
I mean they missed the playoffs the year before.
But they played in the play-in.
Bill Walton was in year 3. Having played never in the playoffs before. He was their best player. You look beyond that, their whole team was young. Like everyone who was playing substantially was young. You go from top to bottom in terms of most important players. Maurice Lucas was 24. I'm looking at it now. This is not me coming off the top of my head. I looked it up. Maurice Lucas was 24 with 2 years of playoff experience prior in the ABA. So 0 NBA playoff experience. Bill Walton, like I said, Lionel Hollins was 23 with no playoff experience. Bob Gross was 23 with no playoff experience.
This is a terrible name.
Larry Steele was 27 with no playoff experience. Dave Twardzik, their point guard, was 27 coming from the ABA. So there. And then after that, you'll get into ABA. Special guys. So
my Lakers were the first seed that year, right?
And they won 37 games the year before. And then they ended up going to win a championship the next year.
Bill Walton to go.
So they were the
no playoff experience, and they swept Kareem in the conference final.
Bill Walton is him.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Kareem. Kareem, another fraudulent run. So funny to me. So funny to me how people.
So the Blazers did it. So are we gonna say that what the Blazers did doesn't count, or are we gonna acknowledge that a team can win without experience?
They're just the anomaly.
They don't
count.
count.
Definitely win without.
And guess what,
guys?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying.
OKC is performing way below their standard.
They don't count.
Denver is literally coming off from the adversity. So, like, why are we giving OKC benefit?
They beat
of
Kareem.
doubt
He's a
all
fraud.
of a sudden? Like,
they also beat Giannis.
If beating frauds don't
another
count.
fraud.
Wait, so beating frauds don't count?
Okay,
shit don't count?
No.
I saw them.
Are you sure? Okay.
He's a good fraud.
Beating frauds don't count, but he gonna praise MJ for being the Jazz.
Like, OKC's missing a lot of open.
Hey, I don't count those either. Frauds.
You praising MJ for being the Suns?
In my mind, MJ has 2 championships. That's it.
Which two?
I like it.
91 and 96. That's the
Talk
only
about
two.
it. That can't be my goal.
You don't even
giving him
both were
91
hospital ring, though.
Not even the first one.
Injured
I
Lakers.
said 91. That's 91.
You giving him
I didn't
injured
hear you.
Lakers?
Nate
91 and
McMillan
what?
was hurt in 1996
Hey.
too. Don't forget that.
He
You
don't
said
know.
91
Damon
and
was
what?
hurt in 96. You giving
91 and
you
96,
giving
that's
these
it?
injury rings, really?
Yeah, we're not about to just discredit championships. I mean, that's just they beat.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
That's crazy.
Oh
man.
my
Look,
God.
I'm all for putting it into context. I'm all for putting it into context. Not every championship is valued the same. That's perfectly fine.
What does that even mean?
Every championship is worth one ring.
Every championship is valued as a championship. bro.
No, it's not.
Obviously, there's variables that come into it. Whether a team had to go
That's
through,
not
injury
true.
team, whether a team had to go through.
Cowboy, come on,
level of
man.
difficulty. Yeah, it's not technically.
All right, maybe I'm
That's
not.
why- that's why
understanding.
LeBron's
Give me
rings
an
don't count.
example before I blow up.
Oh, I hate
Blows on
Kevin
top
Durant
two
rings.
schools
Kevin
that-
Durant rings.
Yeah, Kevin Durant rings. LeBron's rings.
Kevin Durant still has ring. This
You
is
still
Carmelo
have to
Anthony.
go.
That's the-
Okay. The reason why I'm confused by that is because to me, you still have to go out and play, regardless of if you lose 50% of the opposing
It's that old
team.
nigga logic.
You still got to go out and score. You still
Hold on.
got to play.
Cowboy.
Bro, he
So
had
you're
Curry,
telling
Clay,
me,
and
hold
KD.
on. I'm gonna give you 3 different rings. You tell me which one is worth more. 05 Duncan ring. 17 Durant ring. Any Bill Russell ring.
So we
Any Bill
understand.
Russell ring.
Bill Russell rings, man. That's
Bill
that
Russell
Bill Russell right there.
We
man.
Bill Russell rings were tough,
Russell
yeah.
rings
They were really tough.
Hey, wait.
That is
I
crazy.
didn't know it was still the damn Cowboys. What is this, Wild Wild West? Crazy.
No, we'll admit
Cowboy?
Duncan's ring is the most impressive in terms of the path.
Okay.
Which one is worth more?
I see your point. I see your point because of what Tim Duncan brought to the team as opposed to what KD brought to a team. I can see your point, but to me, at the end of the day, it's still a championship.
Yeah, so
Because
it
if you want to put it on a scale, KD was a third option when in that time period that he won the championship, and he was able to just cook.
Third
Yeah.
option?
He was a third option to me. He was a third option to me at that time. So yeah.
To who?
I'm not
Cook,
gonna lie.
my
If
guy,
you-
cook. You are on to
if you-
something.
Hold on. If you're gonna say Kevin Durant's rings, they do matter because he was a third option. I feel you. I can live with that.
Crazy.
Hey, shout out to KD.
No,
the third
I'm not
option.
saying that.
Yeah,
I would say it was-
KD looking a lot
No,
like
no,
James
hold on,
Harden
hold
right
on.
now.
What I'm trying to say is the importance of Kevin Durant's ring. The fact of the matter is Golden State won a ring without him, and they won one after him. So for me, I'm just saying, okay, Kevin Durant wasn't that big of a factor, even though he won with them. Now, to Tim Duncan, for me, I saw Tim Duncan. When Tim Duncan got to the Spurs, they won their championships. So for me, I see over a longer period of time, Tim Duncan is more important than what KD did. But I'm not going to sit here and say Tim Duncan's rings are more valuable than Durant. They're both champions.
But they are.
To me, I
Mad
like
if you
Tim
lost,
Duncan's
man.
rings
Mad if
more.
you
That's
lost.
all.
but they are.
Now, why didn't you bring? Hold on. Now, why didn't you bring up Bill Russell's rings at all? You ain't
I've
mentioned
never
Bill
seen
Russell's
him, so I'm only going off for what I can see, bro. To be honest with
You've
you,
talked
I
about the
lost my eyes
95
there.
minutes.
I'm not gonna sit here and say
Bill
Bill
Russell
Russell's a
is most
GOAT. No, I can't comment on something I don't see. And then on top of that, I
That's
can't
fair.
comment on something that isn't now because what my mind is programmed to is the league now, as opposed to back in the 90s. Because I could go back and look at other players and be like, for example, Purvey Short, one of the best shooters, but everybody will say Steph Curry's better than him, and I can't argue the fact.
His name
Because
is
Purvey
Purvey.
Short, as good as a shooter he was, he's not on the level of Stephen Curry. So yeah, Golden State. He played for Golden State back in the day.
Bring it back to Boston this year.
Hey, that nigga used to get bullied every day. I'm
see what I'm saying? But if you look at how he shot, if you look
How
at
tall
how
was
he
he?
shot, if you look at how he was able to create, it was one of the most nicest shots. That's what I'm saying for me. But y'all can
You
laugh
was better
because
off sending
y'all
little bro
comparing.
from the
Look,
Nuggets
but
with
y'all knowledge is
Timberland.
now though, is it not? That's
you
why
mean
y'all are sitting there laughing.
Purvis.
Purvis short. Yeah, thank you. Yo,
Purvis
I'm
Purvis
old, yo.
short
Let
is
me get one off, yo. Let me get one off, yo.
Relative
Okay,
era,
Purvis
relative era.
short.
I see
Bro,
what
This shot was drafted before Larry Bird, if I remember correctly, in 1978 draft.
How did you get Purvey
Mahmoud
Short
Abdullah.
from Purvis?
No, my fault. I was thinking of Percy Jackson in one of the stories from Percy Jackson.
Nah.
I like the book.
What's going on? What's going on there, bro?
All right, so will Boston run this? Does Boston have like the easiest run to the finals of the past like 3 decades?
No,
No,
I
nigga.
just say, hold on, if you look,
you know who
You know who has the easiest run.
don't do that. You know. Don't do that. You know who has the easiest.
They haven't played in the
We not
conference
gonna
finals
cut
yet.
LeBron.
We have to at least wait for them to play in the conference finals to
No,
see
we
how that
don't.
matchup
No,
goes.
we
Thank
don't.
you.
They
Yeah, we
got
do,
to play a
man.
Miami
Yeah,
team with
you
no
do.
Jimmy Butler. And they played a Cleveland Cavaliers team with no Jared Allen, Donovan Mitchell missing 2 games.
Oh, wait, Jalen,
And now they're
what is
gonna
that?
see-
But Jalen, what does this mean though? What does this mean?
No,
What
I
do you
just wonder-
coming?
no, I think Boston the five. I think they would have won the East regardless. But I'm just saying it's one of the easier paths. It seems like to the.
But what is that? But what is that? But what does that do? What does that mean?
I don't know. I want to say
Slander is one thing. Sometimes we wake up to be hater.
Sometimes you do wake up to be haters.
Yeah. What does this mean, Jalen? What does this mean?
I just made an observation. Like, this is a really easy path to the finals.
Okay, so these are observations.
You know where he's going, Jalen. Jalen, you
That's
can't
all.
do that because
He's trying to connect
everyone
to
knows
LeBron.
the East is weak, as
Yeah,
opposed
yeah.
to everyone except for me
Oh,
being
wait, hold on. The East is
Knicks
weak.
fan.
This was a weak East because of some of the injury situations that happened. If Embiid was healthy, if Giannis was healthy.
No, it's just a weak East. Come on. It's
So
just
did LeBron play in the weak East?
That's what I was gonna say. See, got you right there,
Wait,
baby.
hold on. What years? LeBron was in the East for
Nigga, all of
over
them.
15 years.
all of them.
All of them is crazy.
Except for 20.
The one he lost. How about the one where he lost?
Except for
to the
2000, except for 2008, all of them.
Except for the early
That's the one he lost to the Magic, right?
Man, what are you talking about, Lo?
That's
012
09.
012
That's
Celtics
09.
were
That's
really
09.
damn good
Yeah,
team.
that's about the only time
Nigga,
I
he was on
gotta
a super
say.
team.
He was on a super team. Thank you.
030 Pacers were damn good team. They were historic defense.
Oh my god.
That doesn't mean anything. Congrats. You play one side of the floor.
Yeah, that's Stevenson.
And you have Paul George trying to lead your offense. Congrats.
That Paul George boy.
Then Stevenson is your second best defensive player.
Heck, in 040 they were the first seed, and we were coming from home. Like, I mean, we were outside team, if I remember correctly.
You know he's weak.
Heat fan. Part-time Heat fan.
LeBron East was definitely weak. Was definitely weak in some years, without a doubt. I'm not going to argue that. I do want to say some of those years, though, if relative to the team that he had versus the opponents he made, is still considered weak. So Boston, they have so much of an advantage based on their roster.
Without a doubt, LeBron. That's without a doubt, LeBron.
Not 2018. That's the only year I'm going to mention.
Like
20. No. 2018 is also that's a trash East, my nigga. No one believes in DeMar DeRozan being the best player on the team. No one knew. Jason Tatum was a rookie at that point. Jaylen Brown was in his second year, and Al Horford has never fucking won anything.
Wait, hold on. Time out.
Kyrie was injured.
And we literally won Game 7 without Kevin Love, by the way.
No, DeMar DeRozan, Toronto Raptors would have went to back-to-back finals if not for LeBron and the Cavs. He would have been held to a different regard.
So they just would have lost to somebody else in the East. Because when Giannis came around, they were going to lose to them as well.
I mean, they beat Giannis. They beat him.
I guess.
I'm talking about when Giannis started to emerge.
Okay. You don't know that.
That's fine. Yeah.
Would have lost.
Their run would have been over. I'm just saying the Toronto Raptors would have looked a lot different, or would have been held to a high regard if LeBron wasn't in the East.
No, they would not.
I think they would. They would have plenty of.
No, well, that's how you think. That's how you think. I don't hold Jason Kidd and Allen Iverson in any higher regard because they got to the finals because I know the conference was trash. It don't matter.
Consensus do though, like streets in Toronto will remember them as demigod.
Most Raptors teams, I think, were solid.
The East has been trashed for 25 years.
They are a solid team. There was never a point when anybody thought that the Raptors could win a championship. They were a solid team.
That's fair. I would say I never thought they were.
LeBron didn't have to face teams with actual championship aspirations for the most part until he got to the finals.
Yeah, 100%. No, 100%.
That Atlanta team with like 5 All-Stars, man. Come on, man.
The Super Bowl players? Yeah.
I mean, when have you ever seen a starting 5 win player of the month?
Huh?
When have you ever seen a starting 5 win player of the month?
Come on, man.
That's how cold they is, man.
That's crazy.
That's how good they were.
Hold up. Stop looking at the net. Stop looking at the star power.
How many of those guys in Atlanta would have been All-Stars in the East? I mean, the West.
Is what wins you championships. What are you talking about?
Shout out Detroit Pistons.
Cap.
One.
Detroit won. I know. It's only really over.
Oh, okay.
You need a top 5, top 10 guy in the team.
Yes.
None of the 4 Hawks would have made the All-Star game in the West. That's what I know for sure.
That too. And those Hawks would not.
One impressive thing about
not too much, man. Jeff Teague was really running shit, man.
It's a team sport. It's a team sport.
A good team. Role players win you championships, man.
I'm not gonna be able to stay up here too long. I just want to call out Dub for being a coward. Dub decided to come on playback and try to make jokes because Jokic was down 0-2. He has not been back since. Dub, you are a coward.
Damn, Dub.
Hey,
Until Dub, huh?
I said, why you pull up here to say that?
Oh, because he's not coming to my platform.
Hold on.
Let's message Dub. I'm message Dub right now.
He was on the panel.
Let's message Dub right now.
No, I'm about to be hosting by himself.
No, that's crazy, Mars.
What if the Wolves come back and win in Game 7?
They not. It's over tonight.
That's fine. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, if you talking all that after he's down 0-2, but you never say anything when you're a coward.
Matter of fact, Lowe's, real quick, I got a question to ask you.
I am about to.
Here. I know we talk about Jokic a lot, but I want to ask you, Jokic versus Ewing. I know Ewing would be schooled in the 3. Let me finish, please. I know he would be schooled with the 3 ball. I know he would be schooled with the passing, and I know he would be probably schooled as far as the long range. But what I wanted to know is, as far as his defense and him playing physical, do you think that it would be enough with him being able to out-rebound and I think playing defense? You think he can slow him down, or you don't think that he has the capability to do that?
All right, I just got news. I'm taking back what I just said about Dub. Taking it back. He had an actual emergency. Ewing also would get torched.
I just said I agree with you on that because of the 3 ball, the ability to pass. But what I'm saying is do you think that his physicality and his offense could actually hold up with Jokic? That's all I was asking.
No.
Jokic will have 35 and 15.
No, bro. He sucked in playoff in every year. You are Knicks fan from rankings. Like, that man was never good in playoff for once in his life. Either against Bulls or Pacer, that man routinely choke. And we are comparing him to Jokic. Like, what are we even doing here?
We're not about to disrespect Ewing like that.
Why are we hating my guy?
He dropped 10% field goal percentage in the playoffs. How do you do
a lot of players drop field goal percentage in the playoffs.
And we clown him.
The only reason why I brought it
we
up,
understand Ewing dropped because he couldn't pass the ball, so he shot over double teams. We understand. That's cool.
Also, everybody criticized.
So he was prehistoric Joel Embiid.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert's been fine defensively against Jokic.
Everybody criticized.
No, he has not.
Yes, he's been absolutely fine. Guess what? Guess what?
He's been okay.
Guess what? Tim Duncan.
Oh yeah, okay is cool. Saying okay is cool.
He can be better.
Saying fine is crazy. Fine is what
I'm not saying you doing fine. Okay, I'm gonna ask this. Prior to Game 5, what had he been? The first 3 games he played.
First 2 games, I thought everyone's like Jokic can't handle.
So prior to Game 5, so Game 1, Game 3, and Game 4, how was Rudy on Jokic?
It wasn't because of Rudy Gobert.
Game 1, I feel like he was good. Maybe I have to rewatch it. Game 1, I'll say he was good. Game 2, obviously he wasn't there, so the spirit of him was great, I guess. In energy, he was great. Game 3, what did Jokic do? I feel like Game 3, Jokic started to pick it back up. So I don't think it was another.
Is that on Rudy or is that Cat's
That's on Cat Fault.
I was gonna say,
it's a one-man disaster.
This is like Rudy is.
Hold on. Whoa. Before everybody start trying to jump on me, wait a minute. My further question would be, if you're not the main defender on him, your role would be to be help side defense coming off of Aaron Gordon. And did he do that efficiently? Because I can tell you in the plays in the last game,
Aaron Gordon was threes though.
Yeah, could he have?
Aaron Gordon's been phenomenal.
In the last 3 games, Aaron Gordon shooting 70% from the field.
If Aaron Gordon gonna make 8 jumpers in a game and you gonna blame Rudy Gobert for that,
no,
I'm not
that's
gonna
what I was
blame
gonna say. I was gonna say,
like when Aaron Gordon is cooking, you pack up and go home. Season is over.
I will say, outside of all that though, just that last game in general, Rudy Gobert getting hunted was a bad look. I don't care what nobody says. I understand Jokic cooks anybody. I understand Jokic did AD filthy, but I watched both. Well, everybody knows I stopped watching the Lakers series out of trying to help my team. Yeah. But the games I did watch, 7 games. Yeah, 7 games. I watched 3. 7 games of basketball this year and last year. There was no point where Jokic is calling 1-4 flats on Anthony Davis. There was no point where he's getting the ball. 1-4 flats low? No, I'm sorry. There was
and game 1 of last year's series when we finally did concluded that what's name can't defend him 1-on-1. But then after that, we were very selective on how we were sending him, and then at that point, things changed. But that game, I ain't gonna lie, that game 1 in last year's conference finals was kind of bad. That was
and people in the chat, the only reason why I'm bringing up AD is because me and Lowe both had a tweet during last game. Yo, AD did a better job than this on defense. So that's why I'm bringing AD up. Please
he did.
Enjoy the show. So again, y'all shut the fuck up and enjoy the show.
This is flirting versus harassment meme, man. Jokic nearly shot 59% from field against him. What are we talking about here against AD?
He know he didn't.
What is wrong with
Why is Jokic the only one
Listen to my cousin, bro. Listen to my cousin.
What happened? What? What are we talking about? What?
I'm my cousin when he.
I'm genuinely asking.
You not shit, bro.
If the Wolves are actively leaving Rudy 1-on-1 and refusing to send help, and Rudy is contest, he took 9 shots with Rudy on him in game 5, made 8 of them. If Rudy is heavily contesting 6 of them, and they still go in, what do you want him to do?
No, I agree. He made. That's why I said he just.
We're not since when are we gonna act like just because someone scores, you're not playing defense? Rudy's playing defense.
As Joe was saying, the work.
I said 6 of them. I never said every shot.
But I'm watching some of this post work by and maybe it's just me. Maybe it's me being super naive about
his footwork wasn't good, Jalen. I remember.
Yeah,
I'm watching like somebody.
Everything that y'all were saying about this nigga Jokic is going out the window over the last.
I've been a Jokic stand lately. We getting paid tonight when your Denver win. We getting paid.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm watching him guard Jokic in the post, and man, maybe I'm a victim to old school big man mentality, I guess. But just some of the shit he's doing in the post just is against Jokic. It's like this is why he's cooking you. He let Jokic get way too comfortable. He's not being physical enough. He's overreacting on moves and fakes. And I get it. This is a tough assignment. But with the length of a Rudy Gobert, there should be no reason you're lunging at every single move. You have to play with some form of discipline in the post. That's crazy.
The thing is, he needs to make time.
Well, here's the thing. We're going to play back in 18 minutes. We can watch Rudy guard Jokic and see.
Please, let's do that. Because he's out there shuffling. He's shuffling his feet.
Look at this plug ass nigga here. Oh my god.
He's out there shuffling his feet in the post like he's doing Dance Dance Revolution.
We gonna watch Rudy's defense on Jokic, and then we'll analyze it.
I gotta go to the bank, but what I'm saying is that
Look at this rich
I think if anything, it's just me paying bills. It's me paying bills. I want to be clear though. I just think that many people over the last 48 hours, or I guess 36, instead of just acknowledging how good Jokic is, it just was a cop out for them to just trash on this nigga.
You just hate on Rudy
Gobert. And the truth of the matter is, if you just go back throughout history, despite what some other people on this platform may say, nobody was defending any all-time great offensive big well. No one did.
People can mention it. People can bring it up. Ben Wallace against Shaq.
Ben Wallace got torched.
Yeah, he got torched. Shaq averaged 26, 28. Even Hakeem. I know he outplayed Shaq, but Shaq was still cooking him too.
Both of them took each other.
And that's the reason.
Bill Russell did well against Will Chamberlain, I guess.
Because even if Gobert was
Bill Russell, I guess.
Wilt is overrated.
Wilt is a fraud, and so is Kareem. But it is what it is.
Kareem the biggest fraud.
Hey,
Tim Duncan better than that nigga.
Now we all know.
Hey, respect the still. What we talking about? Respect the still.
No, he was spinning on women in elevators. Will not respect him.
But he dunks from the free throw line without running.
Oh,
hey man, this is nervous sometimes, man.
I was gonna say,
honestly,
Jokic is the only one. How you know she didn't like it?
Hey, Dom,
I'm not trying to get us canceled.
Mute your camera.
Right there.
How you know she didn't like it?
Yeah. Do not align with.
Now she asked for it.
But again,
some girls would have liked
all I do is ask who was the Dikembe stopping, who was Alonzo stopping,
to nobody.
They weren't stopping it. They weren't even really slowing them down,
especially Dikembe.
Alonzo Mourning wasn't stopping or slowing anyone down either. So
Gobert just needs to match him offensively, which he'll never do. So
agreed.
What?
None of those. Respectfully, none of those niggas was matching no one else either.
No.
Patrick Ewing wasn't matching him.
No. What I'm saying, compared to like Gobert, compared to AD, at least.
Well, AD's just a better player. Yeah, he's
somewhat.
I mean, that's why. Let's expect the worst offensive big in the league to do something on offense.
No, I'm not saying he will.
You some Nurkic ain't out there. Let me stop. Wait. I want to be clear. Even players who were better, like David Robinson, is better, and he wasn't slowing down Hakeem nor matching that nigga. Patrick Ewing is better. He was not slowing down Hakeem nor matching that nigga. Like on Shaq and Hakeem, when they went head to head with one another, it was really the only time where I'm giving you 30 and you giving me 30. But even then, we weren't really slowing or stopping each other at all. I just want to be clear that Dikembe Mutombo was getting torched by Shaq. And if you go back and look, that's the only time Dikembe really matched up with any competent offensive center in his career.
When he was with Atlanta,
great offensive players.
When he was with Atlanta,
no.
Depend on some situation.
Y'all let that silly ass thing away.
Transcendent offensive players, especially ones that play that close to the basket. The way to even slow down Jokic is to prevent him from getting to the paint, which he's going to because he's bigger than everyone. So
how do you stop a guy who can shoot a three ball from behind his head?
Can we pause for a second? Can we pause for a second? Jokic is the only player I've seen go through guys like AD and Gobert in 2 consecutive rounds, and people are acting like, nah, he hasn't faced a real challenge yet.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, who are people?
Hey, no. I'm still one of them. I'm saying it. Jokic hasn't, and he never will, because there's not a nigga in the NBA that is close to what. And I said that last year. I said it last year,
but you don't use that to hold it against Jokic.
Oh no, I don't use it to hold it against them. But I also know for a fact that there isn't a center in the NBA. But I also believe outside of Tim Duncan and Hakeem, there ain't a big man in league history that could really keep up with this.
AD wasn't.
I would say this low. 0-22 and 0-23. Those 13 big time and Horford.
Hey, one mic.
Hey,
I'm about to get the kicking niggas off stage. All this monkeying around.
Hey,
wow.
It's crazy.
Pause right there.
And anyway, Lowe's right. There isn't an active NBA center that can deal with it. That's why they got this number 1 pick this year. That's going to change all narratives.
You think
Shut
Alex
up, I got
Sarr's
Sarr.
gonna stop it? You think
Yeah.
Sarr's gonna stop it?
Yeah.
It's fine. Guys don't know that Jokic was 9 of 26 against Sengun this year. Guys don't know.
Oh, niggas gonna be sick when the Rockets make the playoffs next year.
People don't know the Rockets were 3-1 against the Nuggets this year.
Wemby versus Jokic. Wemby versus Jokic in a couple years. I think after Wemby gets even better, that'll be interesting.
Jokic's cooking anything. I'm sorry.
No, it will not.
I hope Time Lord get healthy.
There you go. Jokic better.
Time Lord.
Thank you.
Oh, Boston doesn't have Porzingis. I think Boston probably loses to Denver in 5 in the finals.
Porzingis is not doing
He's
nothing.
not stopping. I'm not saying he's going to stop it, but I'm saying without him, they're getting destroyed. With him,
He can be
destroyed.
healthy, 100% healthy. They're still losing.
See,
I mean,
when the Celtics win, I want
That's
to
not.
apologize for the
I don't know. It will be good for him.
You don't believe it either, Mars.
Don't tell me what I believe.
Exactly. I know.
I'm betting Denver. But let's
Boston
be a
in
closer
5.
series with Porzingis. It'll be a close series.
Boston in 5.
In terms of Jokic all-time, the Jokic all-time thing, if he has three more elite seasons, he's packing up Larry Bird magic. If he has 3 more elite seasons,
he already 3 more?
I want to get to 10. We talked about before that decade, that 10 years.
You don't need to get 10 to get past
3 years will not be 10 years from you. 3 more years is not 10 years from you.
This is what
I think it's 8 or 9.
This is the 7th elite season though that I'd count as elite.
7.
Am I tripping?
Okay, let's go back. So 23-24, 22-23.
Yep.
21-22.
Yep.
20-21.
That's 7.
That's like 4 years. You're saying 19-20 is an elite
18.
season?
Hold on.
Yeah, you had to consider 17-18 an elite season, and that's not.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I'm considering.
So we're going back to when Jokic was a criminal on defense.
No, 18-19. I still believe he was elite. 18-19.
Larry Bird ain't too far, but you know.
I guess if we're going back to when Jokic was actually a defensive liability and calling those elite seasons,
such as Larry Bird,
3 times all defense.
You think those selections are real in the 80s? No, they're not.
I am with you, Lord.
If you think those selections are real in the 80s, they're not, Mars. Sorry to tell you.
Real quick.
You think Michael Jordan should have won DPOY? No, you don't. You've already been on record saying it. You don't. So stop.
No. Let's face it. Offensive superstars have always been overrated on defense. It's not just Larry Bird or MJ.
Yeah.
Kobe, LeBron.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
Let's be real.
Every single offensive superstar has been overrated on defense. They don't play defense for long.
Kobe had to 05 every defense. Kobe had to 05
every single one. Yeah, speak for yourself.
You can say a lot of them.
Some of them were elite skill-wise, but they played defense for like 10% of their time on the floor. That doesn't
move. Again, you can say majority and that's fine, but not all of them.
Okay, name one who was the best defensive or like a top 3 defensive player of the year. Position to position, while saying LeBron was not.
LeBron, Kobe in 03.
Possession to possession.
Kobe in 03. He was it. Kobe in 03.
Duncan was not.
LeBron, Kobe, Duncan, Hakeem.
You say Gary Payne was good at the defense too?
Okay, so who? Wait,
we're not saying.
So what's an offensive superstar?
You said position.
I'm talking about the perimeter offensive superstars, like the guys like
perimeter. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about
LeBron and Kobe.
LeBron and
Kobe at between 09 to 2013 LeBron, yes. And between 02 to 05, I'll even go as far as 07. Kobe, 07. Yes.
I say 06.
07,
he was declining on those seasons.
I watched these games.
I'm sorry. 01 to 07, Kobe, yes.
Too many mics going off.
I watched these games and I don't see these two guys as great as they were. They were great, but I don't see them as the best defenders in the league. I just don't.
Wait, you don't think 2013 LeBron was the best defender in the league?
No, I don't think he was the best.
Who's the best defender?
Who's better than him?
Raja Bell.
In 2013?
I have
like 3 or 4 defensive players over
LeBron. I think you can make a very solid argument that LeBron James wasn't better on defense than Paul George in 2013.
That's a dumb argument.
It's not just okay. Was LeBron better than Tony Allen in 2013? Was he better than Tony Allen?
Yeah. I genuinely think you can make the argument.
Yeah, you would.
Tony Allen was good in 013.
And that right there is the problem when we talk about defense, that many of y'all think that just because somebody gives effort on ball defense because they have backline help.
Okay, you don't want all ball defense. Fine. Mark Gasol was better. Joakim Noah was better. Roy Hibbert was better. Tyson Chandler was better.
Roy Hibbert, absolutely not.
You naming help?
Tyson Chandler
was better than LeBron.
Roy Hibbert absolutely was not. He was nowhere near better than LeBron.
I have him like 2 tiers.
Who had 0 rebounds in a playoff game twice? Nah.
Hey, not too much on Roy. Not too much on Roy.
Not too much on Roy. It needs to be more on Roy.
Not too much on Roy.
Hey,
13.
calm it down.
Was not better than LeBron.
I on some serious shit, bro. Put respect on Jokic. That's all I'm asking. That's all.
So Kawhi wasn't an offensive superstar for at least like 2 years? No.
While still being an elite defender?
While still being an elite defender?
I think it's like 1 or 2 years.
I mean, is it 2017 to 19?
Is it not just 2017?
2019. If you want to drag it a little bit, 2019.
Did Kawhi's offensive peak ever overlap with his defensive peak, though?
Yeah, 2017.
2017 is when he was not a superstar.
Is when he was an elite scorer. And
he started to drop.
As long as y'all niggas know, this nigga's about to be top 15 all time. Jokic.
He already is.
15.
He
got to be
more like 10, buddy.
Already, man. Like
in 3 years, he'll be like top 10.
I mean, hey, Adama, I saw that video. Somebody sent me the video of you saying that he's better than Shaq, and I had to.
That's crazy.
Is Jokic ahead of KD?
I had to chill out.
In 3 years, he might be ahead of Shaq.
How can I say that?
Yes, Jokic.
You were arguing.
Let's do a nasty conversation. If Jokic wins championship, he must
who was
stay
I
for
arguing
entire
though?
time.
No. I'm not arguing for Jokic. Who was I arguing though? Like
we were arguing on here. I think it was against Bob and them.
Sounds like something you do.
I do.
You said Jokic better than
you were like, yeah, because Shaq, you can foul him into the front.
I remember this. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That was
I mean, how many people here believe Jokic is ahead of KD?
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Don't even remember.
No. I remember now. I remember. And I remember the argument, and I stand on it, nigga. Give me
Wait, is Jokic better than Shaq offensively?
I thought the way the argument kind of devolved into like because he just better. I would rather have Jokic.
It devolved into who would I rather have on my team and why. It turned into that conversation.
And then he said Jokic, and I was like,
so let me
you lost me with that.
I'd rather have Jokic too.
Respect Shaq defense.
Just take out 2000. Just take him out.
Just take him out. Okay.
Just take out the.
Do we get to take out last year's Jokic?
Wait.
And look, this is nasty.
Just take out the year where Shaq decided
might
to
need
be
to take out this
sides.
year. Shit.
Is Jokic better than every other year of Shaq? Is he better than?
Can you take out last year's Jokic and then let's have a conversation?
Can we keep this year's
Jokic? This year Jokic.
Okay, this year Jokic
and Shaq.
In 01, no. 01
Shaq, sure. 01 Shaq, yeah. Is it a closer conversation?
It's close.
Give me 01 Shaq still.
2000 kind of unfair because that Shaq was playing.
Look, to be honest with you, no. Let's be real. Let's just be real. If Shaq made his free throws, it wouldn't even be a question. Everyone would be like, it's Shaq.
If Jokic blocked shots, it wouldn't be a question.
Yeah, Jokic.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So in actuality, I still think it's Shaq though, just for me.
Shaq ridiculous.
I think 2002 Shaq is better.
Oh yeah,
we aren't ready for this conversation, but 02 Shaq was pretty good.
How big do you think his defense dropped off from 2000 to 2002?
Substantially.
I think he dropped off. I don't think
the 3-second rule.
I'm sitting
go watch him defend a Mike Bibby pick and roll in 2002.
Yes,
somehow.
And I agree. I still think Shaq is a better player than. Yeah, he's a better player.
I'm not arguing. I wasn't on Domo's side. I don't even think I said it.
Yeah, but you already know how I feel about Jokic offensively. We already know.
You be lazy.
There's a tweet of me with the nastiest Jokic meme of all time. It's so disgusting. It's disgusting, bro.
What does it say?
No, it's a SpongeBob meme where SpongeBob is like playing in his pants, and I'm like watching.
What?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yo.
Hey, yo, pause.
You've got a lot of time on the hands, man.
W meme.
Hey, yo.
Okay, let me read the super chats, please. Thank you. Someone random said, "What has to happen for the Mavs to win the chip?" The
That's
only way
how
I
you
see
look.
it is if the Knicks come out the East.
Everyone
I can't
gets
see us
injured.
winning.
What the
Do you
fuck?
guys know
Let
the
him.
way the Mavs win the chip? You guys know the way the Mavs win the championship this year?
So Kyrie probably has to average 30.
Yeah, there is a way. They need to beat They need to win 3 series. That's it.
Yeah, you
I
just
agree.
close out the next 2 series. Like
if they win 9 more games, I think they'll win a champion.
Exactly. Thank you. That's the way they get to.
And hold on, Derek Lively and Gafford have to figure out a way.
They need to score more points than the other team 9 times.
They don't have to do shit.
Exactly.
Kyrie has to average 30 to 35.
I think that's the method. Tyler T said he went back and run read his super chat. He apologizes. W. Drink More Water says, have you guys heard about Marcus Ponder, the 7'1", 330-pound, 16-year-old? He's at OTE. He's a 3-star right now, but that size is insane.
Yeah, hold on.
That someone like him still working in the NBA. I've not heard about him. I haven't been paying attention.
If you're 16 years old and 330 pounds, 7'1", like you're just not a real person. Like that's just not a real.
Oh, we just found out you're a real person on playback.
We'll look at Mark. We'll look at. We'll look.
I gotta see this.
Coach Sonja said Mike is the biggest groupie ever. Facts. Anime Lecture Hall said Giannis is ringless. When I'm talking about what rings don't count.
Crazy.
That's facts.
I already know what it is, Mars.
I don't know.
Yak? What?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Never walk alone, but
I don't know what it is.
Yak World War II.
And Giannis and Embiid for something. And
Maybe
then
you
you
already
just review
know
us for the top 15 perimeter defenders of all time. Something that with 1 minute to go is insane. Like,
It's no Michael Jordan. It's not up there.
All I know,
$2 Canadian dollars.
Best perimeter defender of all time, 2013 Paul George.
Are y'all going? Oh, y'all don't simulcast? Y'all just going
we're just going right over there. No, if you're on YouTube, you gotta go to playback. We're not doing this on YouTube. No.
We simulcast already on Tuesday.
Yeah, we do that on Tuesdays. On Thursdays, now we can actually go watch people without getting copyright. That's what we do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Facts.
So yeah, go over to playback. We go in there right now. We're gonna get into Rudy Gobert on Jokic and whatever else comes up in the next hour. So
KD is the best English player of all time.